Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to take a look at the Kove and some parts today. And the first video I'm going to do is going to be installing this GPS tower bracket that my brother-in-law got me for Christmas. So, this will go in here, just like that. It will slide down. The round bar will go across the top to the other side of one of these. The spacers will go down there and what have you. All you have to do to take this windscreen off is these 4 bolts right here, and they're Torx, and I'll get you the size, but yeah, that's all you have to do. It's gonna be a very simple and short video, and I'll try to provide a link to this. I really don't know where he got it from, if he got it on Amazon or what the deal was. So yeah, I will provide a link if I can find it. And here's the spacers you got, and it looks like 2 different thicknesses. And then the Allen comes with. I'd probably use some blue, or I suppose you could use red Loctite even. I'll probably just use blue and some washers, and yeah, that's it. And then this is the bar that goes across. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Sadly, with this wheeler set, the numbers easily wear off, the ones you use all the time. So I know, like, that's a T27, that one doesn't fit. This one fits, and we got a T15, last number I can read, so I'm guessing a T20, and I would guess a T25 if I had to guess. So we will go ahead and pull off these guys, and yeah, I'll do that with 2 hands, and we'll take these off, pull off this windscreen, put on the brackets. Well, I got off the windscreen. Just a note on the Kove, yeah, don't put Loctite on these. I don't think I did, but this one was spinning and spinning, and I had to put my hand behind the windscreen and kind of push on this grommet that has the nut captured in it, and I guess it just squishes. Don't really like that because it was spinning and spinning. I had to use a lot of force behind evenly and spin with the other hand until it decided it would come out. So that was a pain. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and loosen just one side at a time. So we're going to do this side. It's a T30, and hopefully that is fairly easy, and I will take this off. And with these generic type of items, you just got to figure it out. So we know this is recessed to accept the head of the Allen. This is a 4, so number 4 Allen. And where do these go? I decided it probably, just lay that down there. You're going to put the smaller spacer topside. That's what I've gathered so far. Bigger spacer there. So I decided that maybe they want, because this is plastic, that they want this washer to go in like that, then the spacer, and then the Allen. Now this is the shorter Allen. They give you 2 long ones, so I figured, well, that must be for the long spacer, right? So that is what I'm guessing, but it's really trial and error because I don't know. Now I'm kind of looking at like how that sits. Is that how I want it to sit? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is tighten down just the one side, put together the bar on one side, and then kind of just hold up the windscreen and see how that works. So we'll see if I'm correct. So I decided that it has to be the big spacer on the bottom, little spacer on top, and I will show you this crossbar here in a second. But yeah, seems like this is how it goes. I did put just a tad of blue Loctite on these guys because last thing you want is this thing vibrating loose. good. Don't want to overly tighten, of course. Good. Seems good. Seems good. And then the bar up here, what I don't like is that they did not camber the hole for this. So it sticks out because they didn't give you flat bolts. They gave you cambered ones. And there is 3 sizes. So you got your long ones, your medium ones, and then these were the shortest. So that made the most sense. I left it with the washers on the inside because there's 4 of those, and that wouldn't have changed anything up here because I took a look at those washers to make sure they weren't cambered in a way that, well, maybe it goes on the outside. So yeah, that's how we figured this. So sometimes these generic things, that's how they're gonna kind of fit, you know. It's like they had a good idea and they were executing it pretty dang good up until somebody didn't camber up here to make that nice and smooth so it doesn't stick out at all. So that is kind of sad, really. So of course I could go and match these up at the hardware store, see if I have anything that is flush, and go ahead and put like a button bolt or Allen up there that's stainless steel. And if I can get to these, which I should be able to even with the windscreen on, then that's something I can do later. So for right now, I can just button her up and we can take a look at the finished product. Of course, having this here, should you get, hit something in the front or whatever, instead of just your windscreen maybe breaking, I mean, this is pretty solid in here, so that means you could potentially risk having more damage up here in the gauge attachment area of the dash. So yeah, it is what it is, and we're going to go ahead, I'll clean off the windscreen and go ahead and put that back on, and then we'll take a look. Okay, so I finished it up, and this is what it looks like all together with the windscreen on. Like I said, make sure you don't put blue, or any Loctite for that matter, doesn't matter which color, even blue or whatever. Don't put it in these. They're rubber grommets, and so I ended up taking out, this one was the bad one, and I ran a tap through, cleaned it out. I also ultrasonic cleaned the bolts to get off the old Loctite, and also ran a tap or a dye on the bolts, so those threads are clean. All the threads are clean, so that's back in. Yeah, I made that mistake putting the bike together just because I'm used to Loctiting stuff, so just note, don't need to do that. They are rubber isolated, so they shouldn't come loose over time. It should be fine. So anyways, this is what the GPS tower mount looks like. Part I don't like about it is that not being flush, but I can get a button bolt to go on either end and kind of finish that off nicer. And this is what it looks like here, down low, from back. And I'm planning just to mount my old extra phone on it to run maps and stuff. So that's what I'm going to use this for. So it'll be up here. It won't be big. It won't block this screen and be out of the way up here. And I think it will look pretty good. So there it is.